Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really know you.
Hi stars, welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're gonna get my makeup done together in this video while I get ready for an event, but I also have some gems to share because you guys know me, like I'm that girl that just always thinks she's full of wisdom. So today I want us to talk about a topic that I really care about. I've been that girl, the awkward girl, the girl that everyone just sort of tolerated being around her, but never really, appreciated the friendship. So I feel like there's a lot to learn in getting to know yourself and explain yourself and just growing into that woman. I've said it that 2026 we are becoming that powerful woman that is on the Pinterest board, that is on our vision board. It's time to stop visionizing it and actually, I don't know if visionizing is the word. It's time to stop visionizing it. I'm claiming it and actually start working on becoming that woman. So while I do my makeup today for a fashion show, let's talk about, are you too much? Are you cringe? Or are you just in the wrong mental environment? Ready? I'm ready. I got a lot of makeup products recently, so I'm excited to try them. So how do I do my makeup? First, it's always like I need more space when I'm getting ready. I have a huge dresser. My dresser is quite big, but it still never feels like enough space. Please tell me you can relate. So I recently did a Sephora haul and I have loads of new makeup products that I've tried some, and then there's some that I still haven't tried. I want to put this on, but I already styled my hair and I feel like this is going to ruin my hair. So maybe not, but this is so cute. I just get into my bag of clips. Love me an organized babe. Okay, put this. Just gonna clip my hair to the side so it doesn't get in the way and I don't get products on my hair. There was a time I was trying out synthetic wigs because you guys know, like, I'm a Pan-African girly. I've always been a Pan-African girly. Like, even before being proud of the culture became a trend, even before everyone started like, oh yeah, Afrobeat, African culture, blah 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 blah. I've always been obsessed with culture to the point where I even got picked on. I got bullied for it as a child. But yeah, so last year I decided to try synthetic products because I just feel like it started to feel weird that I was wearing someone else's hair on my head. I'm gonna try the Charlotte Tilbury. So usually I start my makeup with the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush flawless spray. So obviously I've done my skin prep and then I just spritz my skin. I just spritz some on my face and I let it dry. So yeah, last year I decided to try synthetic products because I really wanted to be all, kumbaya, like I'm not wearing someone else's hair on my hair type shit. And let's just say, like, synthetic wigs are just not it. So next I go with my Danisa Myrics. Next I go with my Danisa Myrics Blurring Balm. So I have this in Yummy Skin 5 and I use this as my primer, which is, this has done wonders to my makeup, to be honest. So when it comes to makeup, I'm one of those girls that prioritizes skin, like the skin prep, over like the perfect eyeshadow and stuff. Because I maintain a really healthy skin. So even when I do my makeup, I want you to know, even while I'm wearing my makeup, I want you to know that I'm wearing I have a healthy skin underneath, if you get what I mean. So with the Danisa Myrics, you actually don't need a lot of products. I don't know if I'm wearing the wrong shade for myself or if this is just the vibe, because this is the first time I'm trying this product. but I would definitely say that you don't need a lot, and it automatically gives your skin this flawless, smooth base, which I really like. So once that's done, I move on to do my eyeshadow. Usually I like to do flashy colors like glitters. I like playing with glitters a lot. I'm just a girl. I like playing with glitters, but because I currently have cluster lashes on and I don't want my lashes to get dirty, even though I can clean it afterwards, it's just long, so I'd rather stick to like neutral colors without glitters. So this is my latest find. This is the You Can Be palette, exotic flavors. You guys know that I enjoy trying products from colored skin girls a lot, because I feel like the skin tone was primarily taken into consideration when the products were being developed. Let me show you the glory of this palette, guys. You ready? Look, so many colors, so many colors. Okay, so I'm wearing black and brown, so I'm gonna do like a brown sunset pastel type of look. I previously used to just go in with any color and just put any color on my face, but I'm starting to learn to actually test the combination of colors that I want to use first before putting it on my face. So I'm gonna go in with this shade of brown as my base, and then I'll blend it out with this, and then I lied, guys, I'm still gonna use a bit of glitter, so maybe I'll go with like this or this for a pop of color. So yes, are you cringe? Are you doing too much? Or are you probably just in the wrong mental environment? This topic, I filmed this before and I felt like I didn't quite hit the nail on the head, so I wanted to do it again. I just realized that I forgot. Oh my god, this is going to be a chaotic makeup video. I just realized that I forgot to put my eyeshadow primer, but I've already started my makeup, so it's fine. I'm very light-handed. I always try to go light, even when I'm like laminating or tinting my eyebrows. I tend to go light, but even when I'm picking my lashes, usually with my cluster lash, I would always go for like 8 or 10, but this time around I decided to try 14. So I'm trying to be more heavy-handed in my makeup. I want to go bold glam. I tend to be like soft glam, but I want to start trying bold glam. And yeah, I just found that when I changed my environment, when I say my environment, I mean like my emotional environment, my friendship circle, I was able to start like analyzing and reflecting on the kind of person that I was, the person that I wanted to be, and essentially like how I was showing up in the world and how I want to show up in the world. And I used to be quite insecure when it comes to friendships, because I just feel like a lot of times I never really had friends. Like people, I always felt, this might not have been the case. You know how they say there's always 3 sides to every story, like your side, your perspective, the other person's point of view, and the truth. So with me, I started to feel like maybe like I didn't really have friends. I just had people that tolerated me because of the comments or the way they speak to me, which wouldn't necessarily be the way they speak to other friends. You know, when you just feel like you're the side friend, like that girl that everyone just tolerates being around her. And oftentimes when that's happening, it starts to chip at your confidence without you even realizing. When you make a suggestion or you make a comment and it's not being treated the same way it's being treated by other people, or even just like people leaving you out, like they make plans and they intentionally leave you out, and maybe you even feel quite shy to confront it, or not confident enough, quite timid to confront it, or maybe you're confident to confront it and then they try to gaslight you or they brush it up and they're just like, oh, you're just overthinking it, it wasn't like that, yada yada yada. I'm telling you that you're in the wrong friendship circle. Like, girls, you need to constantly evaluate your friendship circles, like your community. Is it serving you or is it not serving you? You need to think about how you're being treated, but also how you'd like to be treated. Like, don't let anybody treat you like a second-hand friendship. Don't let anybody treat you like an option. Don't be the side piece. You know, we often say that for relationships, and we forget that that sort of truth can also exist for friendships as well. Once my eyeshadow is done, I go in with my foundation and start on my face. I recently got this nice foundation that every black girl has been screaming about. It's the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and I think this is a 6, if I'm correct. So I feel like the girls have hyped this one up for too long, and I was so disappointed when I tried it. I felt like it didn't really have a warm tone to it. It's quite cool, if you see what I mean. And this is my winter shade, and this is how it looks on me. Like, I don't know, it just feels bright and creamy, but not warm, if that makes sense. I've been using this one. So this is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. This is in 6N. I've been using this foundation for 3 or 4 years now, and there's no going back for me. Like, this is my foundation. I'm gonna pass this on to my child, my daughter. I'm gonna be like, this is the foundation of all foundations. I absolutely love the Dior foundation. Look at the warmth. You see what I mean? And no, don't tell me, oh, maybe the NARS isn't just in your color, because it is my color. Like, I've tried the shade just before, like I've tried a shade down and a shade up, and it's not about the shade, it's just about, oopsies. It's not about the shade, it's just about how the foundation sits on my skin. I like this texture for concealer, but I wouldn't want to put this all over my face, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I go in with my foundation. I like to do my under eye with my fingers first, just so that I can really get into those creases. Do the other one. A candid makeup tip that I always live by is I spritz some setting spray on my brush before I apply my product on my face, because I feel like then it really helps to make sure the product sits well. So I move on to my foundation. Once my foundation is done, it's time to conceal. And the other thing about being in the wrong mental environment for you is you're not able to bounce off people. Like, what I mean by that is that you're not able to how do I say this without sounding rude? Like, when you guys don't share similar interests, it's very hard for you to be intellectually stimulated, and that can slowly start to chip at your confidence. But aside from that as well, I feel like it can cloud your self-awareness if you're constantly around people that talk down on you, that make you feel small, that make you feel less of yourself. Then of course that's going to cloud how you feel about yourself. So you need to have a level of self-awareness. As a girl that is transitioning into becoming a powerful woman, one powerful tool that you're going to have in your pocket is self-awareness. You need to know who you are, what you stand for, what your values are, but you also need to know how you show up in the world, how people perceive you. So that one is quite tricky, because you can't really control what people think about you, and you can't know 100% what people think about you. But to an extent, you need to know how your actions are being perceived by others. Once you master this, you become so powerful, because your confidence is coming from within. It's not about your makeup or your skin or your, I say this on all my videos, like, confidence starts from within. So how can you really build self-awareness? How can you even get out of a mental environment that is not serving you? I'm gonna go with my Made by Michelle brightening concealer. So I'm just gonna put this in the corners to really get these highlights to pop. So to be honest, I feel like it starts from not spiraling, like to build self-awareness. You need to learn when things happen. It's very easy to go, why is this happening to me? Sorry, my tongue is back because I've been drinking red wine. It's very easy to go, oh, why is this happening to me? But actually taking the time to explore, like this is what separates a girl from a woman. When you're fully like well-rounded emotionally. And I feel like it's so easy to say. Like, I know it sounds, oh yeah, it's easier said than done, because when you're in an actual situation, it's very difficult. But the more you practice it, the more it starts becoming second nature to you. So being able to reflect, being able to understand what your triggers are, even what your values are as well, just really getting to know yourself so that you can show up better in the world. And the truth also is, when you know yourself, you're not going to allow anybody to speak to you anyhow. You're going to start craving connection that is genuine to you. You're going to start craving connection that is true to what you stand for. You're going to start craving connection that mirrors your interests, that mirrors who you want to be and what you want to be. And the truth is, people will be thinking, oh, those that have always had access to you and are taking advantage of those access in terms of like just looking down on you or treating you like the secondary friend, or not even just secondary friend, just treating you like, oh, what's this one saying? People that have always had that level of access and have always treated you in that specific way. When you start to become this person that you're working on, this person that you're becoming, the truth is, these people look at you and think, oh, who does she think she is? When did this one start? Do you understand? Like, how dare you? Where is this audacity coming from? Because they know you to be a certain type of woman. So they even feel disrespected at the fact that you think you're different, or you think you're better, or you think, not that I'm not saying that you're better, but just knowing that you want something different for yourself. So you start craving connections that align with you, and you find that slowly you start entering rooms where you no longer feel like the weirdo, because you were never a weirdo, my darling. You were just in the wrong environment where people did not necessarily have the same interest as you or shared the same values. So when you spoke, it sounded like it was bouncing off on empty walls, because there was nobody else around you to be like, oh yeah, that makes sense, I resonate with that. So you seemed like the weirdo. So I still use my curved case made by Mitchell. I don't think it's trending anymore. There was a time when this was all over TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. So I like to use the shade and laid to contour, and then I use the cherry cola as my blush. I recently bought blush from Rare Beauty. I bought this. Let's find it. I bought this Rare Beauty blush, and it's nice. The color is very loud, but I prefer my Made by Mitchell because of the texture. I feel like it sits better on my skin. But something I really want to try now is powder blush. I used to be such a powder blush girly, and I don't know when I started using cream or liquid blushes, and now I want to try the Dior powder blush again. But I'm kind of like, I've maxed out my makeup budget for this first half of the year, and we're only in February. Oh my god. Yeah, but it's on my wish list in case anyone wants to buy it for me. Okay, so I use the cherry cola blush, and I just apply my blush. When your makeup is nearly done and it's coming out the way you envisioned it, it's such a joy to behold. Such a blender, just going on the blend. Okay, now for the fun part, it is time to bake. It is time to bake Huda Beauty in banana bread. I feel like I should have gotten a different shade from this shade, but I'm happy with this shade as well. It's really bright. Let me show you guys. So this is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake in banana bread. This is what it looks like. Like maybe I should have gotten like a warmer tone, but I don't mind it, especially because I also use the Made by Nature highlight in C. So I use the Blaze. So I use the Huda Beauty to bake, and then I use this to sort of just, you know, give it back a pop of color. This is a very serious technical procedure that requires time and focus. Oh, I better move my fan the other way. When I think about lookup, I think about commands. So while this sets it, I'm going to control my nose just a bit, so targeting the T-zone, but I'm not going to do like my forehead. I'll use this one, the Blaze highlight to do the forehead and chin. Okay, you know when your makeup is just looking good and you're feeling yourself, you're like, I'm so pretty, don't talk to me. Okay, I'm gonna contour my nose. So again, I go in with the Puff Case. I can't remember the name. Shade and Laid. I like the name, very creative. This is also another very technical procedure. One wrong angle, and your makeup is going to be looking, well, your nose is going to be looking bigger instead of slimmer. One must pay careful attention. Okay, I'm going to take a smaller brush and I'm just going to carefully go down the middle. Okay, so I'm still gonna let it sit in because I want it to, like, it needs to sit in. So while that's sitting in, we're gonna do our lips. Ooh, my favorite part. I recently got into lip combos because I used to be such a red lip girl, and I recently started trying lip combos, and I'm just Aisha lip kits especially. Take my money. Okay, so now I'm going to dust this off. I never know whether to like dab it in or like dust it off. What do you guys do? So first, to finish up my makeup, I go back in with the Charlotte Tilbury Grey Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, which is what I started with. So it works as a 2-in-1 for priming and setting. So I go in first with this to set my makeup, and then I let it dry. Next, I go in with the L'Oreal Paris Infallible 3 second setting mist. It promises 36 hours of immediate impact, and every time I've used this setting spray on my makeup has stayed. So my friend Evelyn suggested this one to me. So she's been on the channel before where we talked about my fashion brand and new. So she suggested this to me because I've always just trusted this, which is quite good. But this really like fixes the makeup onto your face and it's literally not going anywhere. So I just shake and then oof, and then I let it dry as well. And yeah, that's how I finish my makeup process.